Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron. I help people expand their consciousness. Now, on this video, it's going to be about reprogramming money beliefs and 3 easy steps towards being able to do this. Now, I know I've done a lot of videos on reprogramming, on how our beliefs create our reality, but in this video, I've come across just something that I think is so powerful, something that you can apply that can give you the ability towards really having a process that's easy to use for this process. Now, that is understanding this 3-step process and understand that our subconscious mind is what rules our life. That when we learn how to influence our subconscious mind, then that's where the power begins, because most of what we experience, if not almost all of what we experience, is a reflection of what we believe to be true about ourselves. And the way that we influence our subconscious mind is through the medium of feeling, through the medium of reference experiences, and the meaning that we give to certain aspects of our life. Now, the first part of understanding how we can reprogramming our money beliefs is we first off have to become aware of the meaning and the memories that we have of around the connotation of the word money. What comes to mind when we think of the word money, and what feelings come up? You see, the idea behind reprogramming our beliefs about money are really understanding that it's more about letting go of what doesn't serve us than it is about applying some type of fake feeling or fake emotion over it. So it's like, you know, maybe we always grew up in a poverty mindset or not thinking we were worthy. And if we just sit there thinking and influencing our subconscious mind by thinking I am a millionaire over and over again, it's not so much about that, and that won't even feel real. The idea behind this is to first off let go of all the baggage that we've had obtained, let go of that, and then it allows us to rise up naturally. Now, the key to this is to ask your brain the question, what are the memories that I have around money? Now, you'll see that most of the beliefs that you have about money come from early experiences of childhood. Maybe they came from the ages of like 5 to 12. Maybe they came when you first started living by yourself, or you first went out with friends when you were 15 or 13 or whatever it was, and you didn't have enough money. Or maybe you have positive reference experiences with money. It could be on the other side as well. You always believe that there's enough. Simply become aware of what you believe to be true about it, and then start to ask yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true in order to be having the experience that I'm having around money? So if you have limitations, you could see that maybe there's a certain, what is called a cybernetic feeling about it, or a cybernetic process that you apply towards it, and I'll explain that mainly in number 2. But the idea is that your ability to become aware of those reference experiences and what those are, then what you can begin to do is to neutralize it and realize that those experiences were only one experience. They do not have to model the whole way that you see the world forever, but many times what we do is we have an experience and then we put that in what is called like a thought loop. It just keeps going around and around, and we keep recycling it because we haven't made the subconscious conscious. Simply become aware of what those memories are and neutralize those memories. Now, to neutralize it means that you don't give it negative connotation or positive connotation. It simply is. Maybe your parents told you growing up that money doesn't grow on trees, or that there's not enough of it to go around and only rich people have it, and rich people have this kind of connotation to them, which is negative, and therefore you wouldn't want that. Whatever it is, simply become aware of it and start to neutralize it, and see that those beliefs were a skewed sample of something that emotionally impacted you, but doesn't have to always be true. When you neutralize it, you simply observe it, and you're just aware that it's there. Then what you can begin to do is simply make the decision that you're going to let it go, and that it's no longer a part of your identity and who you are. Now, the second step to this is understanding the cybernetic function of our self-image. Now, this is an amazing book by it. I'll put it right there. And it's a book called PsychoCybernetics, and it's about the idea that we always live within what is called our self-image. Based upon how we see ourselves, that is projected out to other people, and that is also something we will always do our best to remain consistent to. So many times we might make $50,000 a year, and we might say to ourselves, I want to make $80,000 a year, but unless we change our self-image for who we are, we will never stretch outside of that, and we will never become more until we change our self-image for who we are. So start to look at how do you view yourself, and that can be, for many people, the missing key. Start to view yourself as worthy, which may mean that you need to get to the core of how you view yourself as far as your worthiness, how you treat yourself, and as you start to become aware of that, you can decide to let go once again of what doesn't serve you, and you can start to then see yourself in a higher light. This can simply be as easy as a decision to see yourself as more than you priorly did. You can realize and have the awareness that we are always changing. It's only that because we are bought into the autopilot mind, we continue to change and appear to look the same. Now that you've brought the subconscious into the conscious, you are taking out the autopilot and you're allowing yourself to then live in a new state with a new self-image and therefore get a new reflection in life. So change your self-image for a couple minutes every day, right before you go to bed especially, because as I've said in many of my videos, reprogramming the subconscious mind is so powerful when what you do is before you go to bed every night, as you're shifting and you're going to bed, the last half an hour of your day, you are going from a beta state to an alpha state to a theta state to a delta state, and as you make that transition, you have more influence over your subconscious mind, and the language our subconscious mind speaks in is the medium of feeling. So imagine your self-image, imagine yourself looking through your eyes and acting in the way that you prefer and really embodying these emotions. And as you do that, you are influencing your subconscious mind, and just simply make the decision that when you wake up in the morning, that is who you are. Now, the third step to this process is creating new reference experiences. As much and as powerful as visualization can be, the next step beyond visualization is physically creating the reference experiences of what you want. So this could mean going to places that you haven't been to before, that are maybe a little bit nicer than you've been, maybe talking to people that make more money than you make, or kind of getting out of the friend circle that you have and starting to like experiment and learn from new people, starting to have a mentor, starting to do things you haven't done. And as you do those and you expand out of what you consistently do, because remember, what you consistently do is on autopilot, it's in the subconscious, it's just on a thought loop, you start to wake yourself up into the brightness, the awareness of this new type of living, and then you're able to create new reference experiences. This could mean the ability to give to other people, to add value to other people. When you add value, what you are saying to your subconscious mind is that you have enough and you can do that. What you then begin to do is change the energy flow that you have. Know that you can add value to other people in other ways other than just money. It's more of an energetic thing, and the whole idea of money to begin with is a symbol that we place importance on. And of course, money can buy us things, but no, it's also about the energy of it and how we can see the freedom that that represents. So choose to focus on those little aspects. Choose to let go of the beliefs and the reference experiences you have about money. Start to see yourself as somebody that's worthy of who you prefer to be. Do that 5 minutes every day before you go to bed, or 5 minutes when you wake up in the morning. Simply decide that is who you are now, and then create those new reference experiences by trying new things. So With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, and namaste. Bye-bye.